Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Ralphie West. I just come on sometimes and I just talk about random stuff. So today I want to talk about redundancy. Um, I've been learning some stuff. A lot of times I do some casual learning, and I ran into this stuff about redundancy, which means like, in life, it's good to have like a backup plan for everything. And about building redundancy in your life. Um, you know, Airplanes, for example, have this backup systems, second engine, things like that. And we in our lives, a lot of us don't have enough redundancy to keep us from failing, you know. And it goes with a lot of examples, like having two instead of one. I think in the military, there's some kind of expression. Two is one and one is none. I ran into an article about redundancy. I think the website was The Art of Manliness had a good article on this. And so it made me think about do I have enough redundancy in my life? And we can go through so many examples. For example, on my Kindle, which I don't have a real Kindle, I keep it all on my phone. Um, and most of my books I get in Kindle form. I think I have one or two that I bought in addition because I like them that much. Like, for example, I couldn't wait for the hard copy, so um, I bought on the Kindle. And then I went to a book signing once. I think it was Tim Ferriss. The book was Tools of Titan, which I have right here. I went to the book signing for this Tools of Titans by Tim Ferriss. I couldn't wait for this book to come out, so I had bought it on Kindle, and so now I have two copies. But the point that I'm making is that what if technology crashes? Then I don't have that anymore. So having a backup is not seen as a waste of money. It's seen as a smart safety precaution. Another expression about this redundancy is, you know, you got to fail to fail, meaning you got to put yourself in a position to not fail. So that's one example. I remember one time I was on a good website. I don't know if any of you guys ever run into it, allexperts.com. It was a free service, and you can go on there, and they had different categories, everything from automobiles to the weather to almost every kind of category imaginable. And they had experts, on there answering your questions for free and some very in-depth answers. So then, and I used to go on that site a lot and ask a lot of questions about everything, when I mean everything, I mean they had everything. And some of the experts on there, they would give like their um, credentials and stuff, and some were lawyers, some were just people that have been in certain fields, almost a decade. Um, so yeah, and then what happened one day is the website shut down. Here's a perfect example, and I didn't save almost all of those answers. I used to just go back into the site, um, look for my question. You can email yourself like a link to the question, but it's all gone. I could have copied that and saved it onto a hard drive, my computer, something, and I never did. All gone. All that knowledge, great answers, gone. Um, I could have wrote some stuff down. I could have, like I said, saved it as a PDF, and I d did it. All gone. So redundancy could be for anything. I just got this Century Bob recently, And I don't have gloves yet, but I have hand wraps. So why get one? Get two in case they break, they rip. It's the evening, the store's not open. I order a lot of stuff on Amazon. You may not, now, um, you know, we could even say 2 Century Bobs. I mean, there's an XL version, so why not get a second one? I mean, this most likely won't break, but definitely because it has screws in the back, extra screws. Do I have those around? No, not enough redundancy in my life. If you wear glasses, I use reading glasses. I just started wearing glasses. Do you get two pairs? A lot of times, you go and they give you this 2-for-1 special, and you say, nah, to save money, I won't get it. I'll just be careful. But if you have one pair of glasses and it happens, you go somewhere, you lose them, and you're done. You can't read or you can't do whatever it is that you need your glasses for. Um, some people can't go into their gigs because of their glasses. So that's another thing. Some other examples are, two of everything. There's other examples. I'm trying to think off the top of my head now. Sometimes, I used to see people, let's say you wear a uniform for your gig. I used to see people go in and have an extra shirt, an extra pair of pants in their bag. And I always thought, why? I mean, if you're not staying out and all that, but suppose a pigeon poops on you. Some people have to go home because of that. You have your extra shirt, your extra pair of pants, you're in business. Um, all these things in redundancy, keys to the car. Some people have that. Sometimes they have that. Sometimes they don't. A second key to the car, placed or hidden somewhere. A second key to your house. Um, if you're wealthy enough and you have, let's say, a chef, have two chefs where you rotate. You rotate. What if one chef calls out, is ill? You have the second chef to replace. Same thing with a housekeeper. Have two that you rotate, not one. Some people have one. Um, you know, um, so two is better than one. I think you see where I'm going with this, and it's kind of common sense. You could say it's common sense, but it's not because common sense is not common anymore, and we take things for granted. We forget things. Um, but this excuse me, this idea of a backup is really interesting, and I think it's important. And you know, it could be a second pair of headphones. You know, what if these break and you don't have one, and it's really important. You want to study something while someone else is watching TV. They need their, you need to be able to focus. You want your own space. Um, you know, what about a watch? An analog watch that can serve as a compass as well. A lot of people don't wear watches anymore. We depend on our smartphone to give us the time. What if the battery dies? What if the phone freezes for a while? You have a watch, and an analog watch can, like I said, double up as a compass. What if you're lost in the woods or lost somewhere? And with your smartphone, you could GPS your way out, but now your smartphone is dead. So I was just thinking about this, and it was interesting. I'm gonna put some more redundancy in my life, some doubling up, two instead of one. I'm going to try to have that mentality a little more because it seems pretty wise, and it'll keep you from failing, and putting you in a tricky situation. So anyway, those are my thoughts. We can come up with countless examples, you know, of doubling up on things. It puts you in a safer position, keeps you from failing. You could still fail anyway. Could your second thing go? Sure, but more than likely it won't, and you'll be all right. Especially things you really need. You need to double up on things like glasses, um, keys, things for your gig, an extra pen even. In the article it was saying a pen. Some people bring one pen. Oh, it's out. And I've been there. You go around, asking for a pen. Either people don't really want to give you their pen, or um, they sincerely don't have one. And then you go buy a pen. It's usually a cheap, big pen for, depending on where you are. In some areas, $3 and change. When you could have had an extra one, it also makes you look prepared, or makes you prepared. You don't want to get caught out there. So Murphy's Law, if anything can go bad, it will. And this helps counter that a lot. So yeah, just let me know what you guys think. I just thought it was a good thing that I've been pondering lately. Let me know what you guys think. Redundancy in your life. I think it's a cool thing that makes you less stressed and a bit safer. I do think it's a good thing. So anyway, let me know your guys' thoughts on that, if any. I just thought I'd throw that out there and you know, remind everyone and myself as well, especially of common sense and preparedness. So redundancy. What do you guys think? Anyway, this is Rafi West. Those are my thoughts at the moment. I will check you guys another time. Hopefully, take care, everyone. This is Rafi West. All right. Peace.